Hey guys, Mr. and Mrs. Flashback here. To start off a horrible week already. It's only Monday. It's not even 10 o'clock tonight, and we have nothing.
We started off with one sale in the morning, and then it's been, 3 sales since then. Really slow and not high dollar ones. If you're new, this is Linda. I am Cameron. We're going to go over what's sold in our online reselling store. We sell on platforms like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and Depop. You wouldn't know that today because we're not selling a whole lot of stuff. But if you stay tuned, we'll see how the week goes. The more angry we show up in every next clip, you'll know how bad it is. No, I'm just kidding. We'll try to stay positive. It happens, but we like to see it not happen at all. That's the thing.
That weird leg that sticks out the side of you.
What?
Come here.
Oh. Don't worry. It's an injured reindeer. Okay, so Linda will go the numbers first.
So we had 4 sales.
That's low.
On eBay.
Slow.
For just over $75.
Very, very rough. Let's get into it.
Whew. First up, we have this U.S. Marine Operations in Korea. Book volume 4. Sold for 11 and some change.
Our goal is $400, by the way, a day. So if you do the math, we are not close.
Then we got Sex and the City, the complete series in the fancy velvet binder.
But not worth a whole lot.
For $20 shipped. Then we got this 2-pack of Rocketbook cloud cards, reusable index cards, sold for $19 shipped.
That was pretty good. That was $1 for that little thing, so that was good.
And last but not least, out of the Opera Buy, this is a disc only, Can't Stop the Music for $9 shipped.
That's it. That's how quick it was. Always hoping for a little bit longer. But anyways, we'll see you in the next clip with what sells on Tuesday. Back with sales for Tuesday. Yesterday was horrible. We did sell
one item for $22.
It was a Yamaha foot pedal, an FC4, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
So that made us a little better. Today is Tuesday. How did we do?
Well, we did a lot better. We had 14 sales on our main platform, eBay, for just over $790.
That would actually bring us to goal.
So, and even with, there's one large item, even with that large item, we still made goal.
Yeah, there's one really big
without,
item.
like, if
almost,
you were to take that out, yeah.
Yeah, one item almost goal by itself. But very good day. We're happy with it. This actually sold this first item pretty much
12:12 p.m. while we were sitting there, Cameron was
ready for bed.
He goes, "Oh man, it didn't make it in time."
Nope.
So this is a 12 cube box. For those of you who are shippers, you know what we're talking about when we say 12 cube. It's a 12 cube box of 90s and 2000s vintage McDonald's Happy Meals toys. There's Disney ones, there's Fast and Furious ones, there's Cartoon Network ones, there's
Furbies in there,
Furbies, Batman,
SpongeBob. From a bunch of toys we got from the guy that sold us all the manuals. He's had a bunch of stuff we bought from his personal collection of just different stuff he had around the house. This was thrown in with some other stuff. Didn't pay a whole lot for it, but this big lot sold for
just under $94.
And I think it's going to a freight forwarder overseas somewhere. So.
Yeah, I think it was Shop Airlines that bought it because they sent us a message. So
we've dealt with them quite a bit. We've sold quite a different things and never had any issues that I recall. Nope. And I'm just happy to see it go. It was a big bundle, plus it clears off a decent part of shelf space.
Yeah.
Next
up, we got Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind, and Defy the Odds paperback. Sold for $14 shipped.
Just listed this, I think, last night. It was in a big bundle of books for $20. And there's used ones listed for like $8.99, but they're using stock photos.
Yeah.
You got to look. If you're going to sell books, you're going to really take the time. It's not super profitable. There's a lot of low dollar sales, but take a photo of your book. Usually you can get a little more money, and sometimes, $4 or $5 more. Depends. Not every one, just depends if it's a desirable book. Next.
Then we got a Funko Pop. This is Dr. Emmett Brown from Back to the Future. It's one of the Loot Crate ones and sold for $12 shipped.
He's been up for a minute, but
then this is our big sale from the $1,200 tool buy. We got another one of our Snap-on Diagnostic Vantage power graphing meters. We tested it, as in we turned it on. We did what we could to test
Batteries
it.
Here.
Figured out where the battery compartment is, luckily. Thanks to whoever sent us that message. And that sold for $372.
These little Snap-on Vantage ones have been great. We've sold quite a few of these. We've probably sold 6 or 7 different variations of them, but all of those little red handhelds. The Soulless one was another one we sold, and they've sold usually for a couple $100 or more. So that's very good. We spent $1,200 on all the tool stuff.
Yeah.
And we still have a whole shed, not a whole shed, but a shed with some stuff in it. And we had a stack of manuals from that sold for about $100 a pop. So What a blessing that was.
Yeah. Next up, we got a pair of Hoka's. These are Hoka One Clifton 8s running shoes, size 11D. And those picked up at Savers and sold for $63 shipped.
I think I had to pay $18 for them. I paid up, but I'll do that for a $60 sale any day. Every time we get Hoka's, they always sell. We've sold 3 or 4 in the past month, probably, and they've been great. Yeah. 2 months, maybe.
Then we got one of our yearbooks. This is a 1980 to 81 Sandberg Middle School from Glendora, California. Spartans yearbook sold for just under $30 shipped.
Bought 30 yearbooks for $30. Middle school yearbooks, junior high, and they've actually sold pretty well. Usually high school is the yearbooks people want because, you know, they want to go back for reunions and things like that. But junior high ones have sold well.
Then we've got one of our Callaway Golf Tour hats in the black, sold for $21 some change. Then we've got a Jack LaLanne TriStar Power Juicer Filter and Blade, sold for $25 shipped. Next up, big one, Key Competencies in Brief Dynamic Psychotherapy, sold for $6.97.
Took a photo of that one, did not get much more than what it's worth. Those are those old books we've had that we're just happy to see them go on sale and get out of here.
Then now the Anime 150 buy. Haven't heard that one in a while. We've got barely anything left. This is 12 Kingdoms 1 and 2, sold for $20 shipped.
Still making money off it though.
Then from Savers also picked up this pair of Nike Women's React Run 7s. They're black and pink, and they sold for $32 shipped.
I probably spent 10 on those, so that one's not as great of a deal. Usually shoes are about 10 for ladies there, but we'll still make some money.
Then we got Supernatural, the complete 11th season sealed on DVD, sold for $17 shipped.
We got to look up later seasons of DVD series. That one sold pretty well.
Some of them aren't available on your streaming services yet, so some people want to get those.
So if you have if you don't have a complete set, look up the complete set. But if you have a lot of later seasons or whatever, or not complete set, or at the thrift store you see a sealed version of a later number in the series, check them out. Sometimes you'll find one that's worth something.
Next up, we've got a lot of U.S. Air Force military pins. There's Strategic Air, Command Airlift, Command other things.
They're just on this piece of paper with their backing or whatever. So.
And those sold for $22 and some change.
They came off a bunch of military stuff I had bought. I think it was a big bundle.
And last but not least, we got a two-pack of Tupac.
Yes.
Rap
I see
CDs.
what you did there.
Me Against the World and New Mix Classics. Sold for $17 shipped. Pick those up at our local thrift store. And those going eBay International.
Those
probably to Tupac himself.
No.
We never know. No one
maybe not.
knows.
Those were $2.09 each plus tax. So we're probably in them for $4.50. And they sold for $16. That was from all the rap CDs I got one day at the thrift store. We did really well on some of them and some more bread and butter, but we still sold through them. So Tupac, if you are dead, rest in peace. If you're alive, you've really scammed the whole world. Anyways, we'll see you in the next video.
With Michael Jackson somewhere.
We'll see you in the next video, with the next clip with what sells on Wednesday. Sales for Wednesday. How do we do? Monday we stunk. Tuesday we did good. Wednesday.
And made up for Wednesday, or for Monday. And then today we did good too because we did make goal. We came in at $472 on our main platform, eBay, for 12 sales.
Pretty good. And some pretty cool stuff here, actually. Some interesting stuff. So let's get into it.
First up, we've got, Cameron picked up this lot of over 800, he counted them, 800 1960s and 70s family vacation life events, vintage slides. So these are the ones that go into that projector like you see on Tarzan, and he puts the little slides in. So that's pretty cool. He checked out some of them because you can like kind of hold it up to the light.
I actually pulled out a bunch of slides.
You looked at every single one?
You're crazy just to look through because I tried to pull out some slides that had interesting things that were not family or people in them, like old vintage cars. There was some of like some famous buildings or whatever. They look like it, so I pulled those aside, and I'm hoping to try to sell those separately. There are some slides that sell very well individually, especially if it's unique subject matter. Or something, even like old, if there's like people at a beach and it's like old 60s bathing suit women at the beach, people will buy those.
That's pretty cool.
Just like they buy old pinup girl photos and type stuff, people will buy old slides like that, different kinds. So most of the slides are not worth anything. I put the rest in a big lot. I think I spent 20 on the whole bundle, and I pulled out probably about 40 slides myself, and then we ended up with selling these for
$60 shipped.
That was auction, one bid. People do take them and they look for those slides to them. Someone's going to look through those and probably pull out more that I didn't.
A lot of work.
But if you can find ones of like old military stuff or like sporting events or whatever, or stuff where like you know, someone took cool photos of famous people, things like that. We've actually sold recently a lot of famous photos of, like, we did the Journey one, the Journey album, where it was individual took photos of Journey at a concert.
They were at a concert, they took their
and
photos.
They had close-ups and stuff, and we sold that for $200, and we spent $50. So people are looking for, like, unique photos.
Because it's stuff that's not a basic print that somebody went and took a photo and then had it digitally printed out and stuff so people can buy that basic one. It's stuff that somebody was at that concert and took their own personal photos, and nobody else is going to have that photo.
Just like the Lakers when we had with Kobe and stuff. We sold those with Kobe and Shaq, and we've made good money on 3 photos that were personal photos that we sold. I mean, I'm sure someone's now going to sell them as...
They'll digital, they'll scan them and digitally sell them out like that.
And
but
have their own, like, copyright logo on there.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's cool. Something to look out for. Kind of unique. We don't see it all the time. Next
up, we got another Carhartt shirt. This is a large polo, original fit, sold for $20 shipped. Then a Magnavox. This had lots of interest. Got 3 different messages from people, and someone was like, I'm not even going to message, I'm just going to buy it. And they purchased it for $135 shipped, and it is going to a repeat buyer.
I listed it last night. Had to buy an aftermarket remote for it for like $10. I already had the cord. The Magnavox units are one of the best selling VCR combos you can get. I spent $5 on the unit. It's really clean.
People love those.
Yep.
Next up, we got a Homer Simpson shirt, Livin' La Vida Sofa. It's an extra large gray shirt from 2001, and that picked up at...
I was in a Whatnot auction, and I won a free prize. I had to pay for shipping. I think it was like...
I think it's $4.
$4. At the time, it was $4. I won. I didn't even buy anything from it, I don't think. I just happened to win. So I paid $4 shipped for this, and it sold for...
$20 shipped.
So, yeah. Made some money.
Then another pair of our Billabong women's road tripping shorts sold, size small, for $27 shipped.
We're running out of those, I believe.
Yeah, and somebody on Poshmark wanted a pair, but they better hurry up because I'm almost out. Then we've got Project Gotham Racing 4 for Xbox 360, sold for $7 and some change.
Not great.
Then we got a set of vintage chord organ number music books, Latin, sacred, good times, country. So they're all for the chord organ.
Yeah.
And that did sell for $24 shipped for 7.
7, I think.
7 of them.
And these came with a bunch of music. We already sold one big lot, I think, for like $50 or $60, and I spent $20 on the whole box, and we have some more, so it was very good.
Then we got a game. This is from Savers. Picked up Pizza Party. It's a dice game. It is sealed and new, sold for $11 shipped.
And it was just thrown in a bag of stuff that on that was like, I wanted something else in the bag, and this was in there.
We love it when we catch a bag and it's like, oh, I just want it for this piece, but it ends up having stuff that's also worth other money.
So we'll make a few more bucks back on that, which was cool, and that sold pretty quick.
Then we got Metroid Prime 2 for GameCube. That sold for $27 and some some change shipped. I cannot talk. Next up, Cameron got an LGB train and parted it out.
This was just track.
Oh, just track.
It was a whole box of dirty track for $30. I ended up throwing some track away because it was nasty. I spent some time cleaning it. We sold a bunch of mixed curve and LGB regular track. We sold for like $50 or $60. And then we sold a bunch of switches, which we got good feedback on. I got $50 or $80 for those, maybe. And then now we got this for...
These are the crossing tracks. And these ones are good on their own and sold for $30 just for the one track.
And I still have a set of... I forgot what the other brand is. I don't think we sold it yet.
I don't know.
Another set of track from there. So probably going to end up with $220, $230 for my $30 investment at an estate sale. And someone had picked it up, put it in the hold pile, left, never came back. The estate sale guy said, if you want it, $30. And then you threw in a DVD too that I wanted, so saved $1. But anyways, I knew it was valuable. LGB G-scale track does well. G-scale track and drone can do well if it's in good shape. So
yeah. Next up, we got Poison, greatest video hits on DVD. Picked that up at one of our local thrift stores, sold for $11 and some change. And last but not least, we got this big bad boy. This is a Bose Cinemate digital home theater speaker. This is the subwoofer only.
Big boy.
Big boy. There's no wires, no remote, no anything other than this big boy. And that did sell for $68 shipped.
That we spent 25 or 30 in the whole unit. I think we sold a set of speakers right off the bat for like 50 or 60. The remote sold for like 40. There's like this little receiver that sold for 50, and then I think something else. I mainly bought it for that stuff. This is heavy, guys. We got lucky it's going somewhere close to us. Yeah. So we're actually going to do really well in this one. Otherwise, you don't make a lot selling these big subs. No, because this is huge. And we do free shipping, which we really shouldn't do on something like this anyways. We should just say, hey, we're going to sell it for 25 plus shipping. That way, wherever they're going, they buy it. You know, they pay the shipping or whatever.
It's hard to get into that though when you've done free shipping on every single thing you've ever sold. It's hard to remember to put shipping, because we even have that problem with like returns on something like this, where we get kind of burned because
every once in a while
we don't do
free shipping.
we do
Actually
free shipping on
makes us
returns,
a lot of money.
yeah.
Like we have repeat buyers who buy multiple video games and they do free shipping and we save, or they're buying multi-quantity of something and we don't offer any discounts. And I've already factored the shipping into my price, so I have an idea. But then something can go on sale and it's a heavier item and it goes on sale. That's when I get burned.
Yeah.
So I got to be careful. But this one works out. I don't sell a lot of subs. It's not something I make a habit of doing because they don't usually have enough value versus.
They're big.
Yeah. There are some that are more valuable, but for the most part, their weight size is just not worth it. So another good day. We're happy about it. We got one more day to show you guys. We're hoping we'll come through strong with sales, and we'll see you in a second. We're back.
For Thursday.
Linda ran a mile to run into me.
Well, we actually did really good today, Cameron. Thanks for asking.
Good. See you guys in the next clip. No.
We had 14 sales on our main platform, eBay, today for just under $650.
Pretty good day. So it started off weak, got better, and still solid. So
yeah,
hopefully the weekend will be strong. How did we already went over that? Let's look at the items that sold.
First up, we got this bear. This is a vintage 24 karat Polar Puff special effects
made
bear.
with real 24 karat.
No, it's a 12-inch plush cream teddy. The person messaged me asking if the tag on the butt of the bear was in black with gold or in white with red. And it's black with gold. And they said, thank you, and bought it for $15 shipped.
Just happy to see it go.
Then we
this
got
is a cool one.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be bigger.
Yeah, well.
This is a Kestrel 3500 handheld weather meter. It's yellow. It's pre-owned. It is going eBay International, and it did sell for $140 shipped.
$5. This came at our neighbor down the road was having a sale. I randomly saw it. Got there. Got this for $5. We got the first Cosmo little Anki robot there. Paid $30. Made good money on him. Just got feedback on the charger that we sold, so
cool.
That was good. And then I also got
Even though you didn't send them all the parts.
Just one little plug piece, but they didn't need it. And then we got a scanner from them and a couple other things. It was a really good sale. That was a really good sale. We got a lot of good stuff for very cheap. So $5, that one sold. We had a lot of interest in it too on different platforms. Next.
Then at our favorite local thrift store, we got Longmire, the complete series, seasons 1 through 6, sealed, sold for $24 shipped.
We got this 2 Sundays ago when Lynn and I randomly went to the thrift store on a Sunday, which we don't usually do.
I wanted to be out and about shopping because we hadn't been able to do it because I'd been sick. And so we went
to Lowe's, did like some errand stuff after church and lunch, and then went to the thrift store, and we actually did pretty well. But I
got some stuff too.
Paid $6 and that sold for $24. Not a whole lot, but it's immediate. It was a brand new and there was a lot of sold, so I knew it would sell fast, and it did.
Then CD, The Best of Leonard Skinner by Leonard Skinner, sold for $13 and some change. 3 discs in that one.
That was $1.
Then another one of our Disneyland character license plate. This is the cast member one in kind of like a nickel kind of look to it, and that sold for $35 shipped.
We're in those for $2 or $3 a piece, whatever it is, so that's pretty cool.
Cool. Then we got a pair of Wranglers. These are big boy jeans. These are rugged wear jeans. They're big and tall. They're a relaxed fit, but they are a men's size 58 by 30s. So they are a big set of jeans. Cameron did get a few different pairs of larger style jeans, and they do sell well because they're hard to get.
They were $1 a piece. They're brand new with tags. I got some other smaller ones and some women's jeans too, but I think it was 4 or 5 big pairs of men's Wrangler or Lee jeans, like size 54 and up.
And that pair did sell for $38 shipped.
I was happy with that.
Then one of our vintage Salvation Army hats sold. This is the Midway cap with the officer's crest pin. Sold for $60 shipped. Pick those up at a Salvation Army online auction.
Yes.
Then Watch on the Rhine DVD from the DVD 200 buy. It is new sealed, kind of like coming off, but it's okay. Person asked me a question about it last night, and I said, yep. And then they bought it for $16 shipped. Then we got Deca Sports for Wii. It's a fan favorites, complete with the manual. Sold for $8 and some change to one of our newer video game buyers.
Yep, we're happy to see that go.
Then Count Duckula, number 3 and number 4, the comics. We just sold a 5-pack of Count Duckula, and now this is a 2-pack that sold for $22 shipped, going eBay International.
That came from a $100 comic buy we've actually done pretty well on. And I still have a lot more to go, but we sold little sets We have a couple, I think they're listed over 100 that haven't sold, but hopefully will.
Nice. Next up, we got a Microsoft Xbox One 1TB console. This is the black system. Sold for $125 and some change.
The system was $30. It came with nothing. The guy said it worked. I also got I got an Xbox, the next Xbox One 2 for $30.
The S or the X?
Yeah,
Or...
I'm trying to think about switching it out for ours because it's better, but
Do it.
it was $30. I already had the cord, and then a controller I bought at the thrift store for $6 because I knew I needed one, and it worked.
Nice.
So we're in it for 30, probably $40 with my parts, and it sold for $125.
Nice.
So pretty good. Yeah, it's nice to have extra video game cords and stuff lying around, so you don't have to buy them.
Then we got a pair of Nike SB shoes. These are the women's size 11. Sold for $32 and some change.
Those were $5.
Then from our Dungeons and Dragons buy, we've got Dungeons and Dragons Against the Giants. This is the book, the G1, I think. Yeah, G123.
Yep.
And that sold for $38 shipped.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, A Boy and His Blob, Trouble on Blobolonia.
Mm-hmm.
Sold for $13.50 as an NES game.
That's all we got, guys. Pretty good day. We're happy with it. A good week, actually, except for that first day, which was kind of slow. We'll see you guys in the next video with what sells.
No, we're going to see them.
The next video
Oh, the
with
next
what
video.
sells this weekend. So we appreciate it, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.